So first, let me thank Finance Malta for the invitation. I think that is not usual to you to have the opportunity to listen to a representative of trade unions. So I mean, we are the other side of the bank, you know, where the people that work inside and the people that live from this activity. So we are really part of this world, and I've been really impressed by the numbers and the situation that I have read, and I listened with you. But one of the most interesting fact that I think is the very first time that I hear something, in any case, representing the sector of industry, that says that it's an added value to implement the European regulation. I mean, I will bring this with me because really you have understood, it's a smart consideration, you have understood the meaningful and the value to be proactive in terms of presenting a high profile that gives to this sector in Malta high reputation. And because of the fact that there is no difficulties to follow some addresses that are coming from the European institution, I mean some regulation that should be implemented. You have a difficult political system, you know. They're very interesting country from this side, but the fact that you achieve those kind of results give even the quality of your capacity to implement and to present your country as it is. I mean, a very small, great country, and I feel home here, since that I would like to speak in my own language, that is Italian. I don't know, I imagine that quite all could understand me, but of course the official role give me some constraints. I just want to add a couple of things about this presentation. In my union, in the International Union, we did last year the International Conference. And first of all, we checked that all of us, we had the same problems. So you have no differences between New Zealand, Brazil, and Asian, and Japan, now North and South America, Europe, Africa. All the people said, we need to change. And our slogan was, back to the future. We want to go back in terms of capacity of the financial system, especially in the banking sector, to provide to real economy services, to provide citizens services, to have and to combine less risk with higher innovation. So we are in strong favor of financial innovation. We are supporting the capacity of the financial system to develop, but on the other, because this development it is a very good tool for the real economy. But on the other side, we need to control more and more what's happening in the financial sector. And what's happening in those days in the market give us a lot of concerns. Just to remind the position that the European Economic and Social Committee, I will briefly present my body, took on four points. First of all, as a representative of the European civil society that is composed by employers, by unions, and by NGOs, other interests, we are absolutely against the short-termism. I just give you the Financial Times glossary about what is short-termism, but everybody will know here. It's an excessive focus on short-term results at the expense of long-term interests. And this is the first key point to us. I mean, we do think that the sector, the financial system, should go back to have a long-term vision and should go back to organize himself for long-term vision. The second point is very critical one, and those days we are looking. I mean, today before the role of a credit rate agency. And we really do think that is excessive. There is no regulation, and we gave too much power to those private agencies that are, as you know, controlled by some private banks. And the influence that they have on the real economy, the influence that they have on the sovereignty of each state, especially here in Europe, is under the eyes of everyone else. So the committee asked to the Commission to regulate in a clear way the market on rating agencies, and they did something, but it's not sufficient. And we have to go farther and farther in order to have those kind of services that are useful, that should be done and controlled by other bodies. I mean, as controller, nobody will control them, and you can imagine, I just was saying to your minister, I appreciate very much the focus of that your minister had, but a couple of days ago in my country, 26 banks has been downgraded by Moody's. The reason of this downgrading was that the initiatives of the government put a recession in the economy. So the result for the bank could be concerned. Some months ago, they made another undergrade, and they said because the government do not take the correct decision in order to face the problem of the balance sheet. So they gave two contrary explanations for the same action, and it is really something that concerns the people that look at this, and it means for a bank going to the market and paying much more, and it means to freeze more the economy because, of course, of the cost of the money. So I will introduce my presentation just saying about what we are doing and how we work in the Economic and Social Committee. Yes. So we are an advisory body of the EU. The Economic and Social Committee has been established in 1957 with the Roma Treaty, and it has been established for. It was the only body that could have a representation of civil society in front of the European powers. There were no parliament and no other bodies. So for many years, it was the only consulting body in the European institutions. Nowadays, we are 344 members from the 27 member states, divided in 3 groups, as I said. And we work in a specialized section for the different issues coming from the European institutions, and we release around 200 opinions per year, and those opinions are consultation, are exploratory, we call, but are coming from the institution and own initiative opinion. And I mean, personally, I'm working hard on financial sector, and the next week we will discuss an opinion from the European Economic and Social Committee on financial haven. So I mean, we go deeply on the main problem that we have. So what we said, well, I started my opinion in February 2011 with this quote from Dominique Strauss-Kahn. And it's a synthesis of what we think, that we need more regulation, but to have more regulation is not enough. We need a strong supervisor, and if you don't supervise, as Strauss-Kahn said, and on which we agree, it will not be of any use. About our capacity of influence, I will speak shortly about this, and how we work. We try to find in the documents of the Commission. This document was on growth and regulation. we try to find the main issues to address. Of course, there is a great link between growth and regulation. Growth is something that is connected essentially to real economy. The regulation helps the financial system to follow a way on which the real economy might have some good results. If in the financial aspect won't have this redundancy in terms of the rule. So we wanted to say the first message: Europe, we need strong regulation. And we are for an international, of course, agreement, but often when someone calls to have an international agreement means that they don't want an European regulation. When we say before international, otherwise we won't have any results. They know that they are trying to stop a process in Europe, and in Europe we need regulation, and Europe should be a well-regulated area. That's why I have appreciated very much your consideration.